won't stop them from discussing. So get ready for Much Review About Nothing.
Hello, friends, and welcome to Much Review About Nothing. And on this podcast, we try our best to review a movie we literally haven't seen. I'm your host, Billy Greer.
And we're your co-hosts, Jake Greer and
Luke Greer.
Let's don't watch a movie. Right, so today we haven't watched 65. And
yeah, or 69 as I accidentally called it in my notes. But,
the funny number.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why it's so
It's
good.
comedy.
I figure we'd start now we start with a random review, but this time I wanted to start with a quote that I think will be very pertinent to this discussion.
Okay.
It's let the past die, kill it if you have to. By Kylo Ren, who's actually he's the main star in this film.
Yeah, no, I was wondering if he's going to show the dinosaurs the power of the Force.
Yeah, so it's nice to see that Kylo Ren's getting other work.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how this played into the greater Star Wars lore. It's weird to me that they just added regular dinosaurs. I mean, I know they probably flirted with dinosaur-like designs, but especially like in Attack of the Clones and the Arena of Death. But this is literally just like T-Rexes and raptors and stuff.
Well, I think after he was killed in The Last Jedi, he kind of like went out to other areas of space, and because I
was
think
reincarnated.
If I understand the tagline of Star Wars correctly, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, it could be happening simultaneously. So
it does make sense. Yeah.
So I think we've got our first pro that Kylo Ren is the star of this.
Yeah, Kylo's back.
Yeah, Kylo's back,
baby.
Yep, he's gonna all the angst.
Yeah.
I think the movie would be good if instead of him finding all the dinosaurs, it was just him and that girl trapped in the spaceship, and he's just freaking out all the time.
Just beating up his console.
Yeah.
For 2 hours. Yeah, because when I first saw this trailer, I saw this movie was coming out, I was kind of excited because I like the idea of sci-fi kind of soldier versus dinosaurs. But then I'm like, they basically just did the only plot they ever do when it's like someone from the past ending up on Earth. They're always trying to get back or set off a signal to be saved. I just feel like this would be a cooler movie if it was literally about like a hunter going back in time to hunt unique game, and he's hunting dinosaurs, and I don't know, something else happens, but it's just a guy lands on a planet, has to save a kid.
Yeah, something else happens. He discovers a little girl and decides to hunt the most dangerous prey of all. Man, it's just him hunting this little girl.
That'd be more interesting.
I feel like
another surly guy protects a young child deal.
Is that a con then, that he's not hunting a little girl on ancient Earth?
Yes.
Not hunting a little girl on ancient Earth. Big missed opportunity there.
Yeah, huge missed opportunity.
When I said something else, not quite what I meant, but that would be interesting.
Yeah, when I first saw the trailer, I kind of thought it was like a kind of a reverse Planet of the Apes, or even it's just, I hate to say, it's After Earth again.
Yeah, no, I really wrote that in my notes as I was watching the trailer. Yeah,
and we all know how that went down.
Yeah, I didn't hate After Earth as much as everyone else did, but I mean, it's the most like boilerplate kind of concept for this. And I was just like, come on, this is such a cool concept. We can't change it up a little bit, I don't know.
Yeah, it is weird. I mean, just the premise is weird because basically it's saying that, and this always happens, humans are an alien and they just like discover Earth.
Yeah, that's what another thing I wasn't sure about. So
as far as I can tell.
So apparently humans just always existed, or we evolved on a different planet and then came to Earth, I guess is the point.
I guess so, but as far as I know, he leaves Earth.
Yeah.
But I guess once they know of Earth, they colonize it, and then just years.
So he's like the Christopher Columbus of outer space.
I guess so.
Yeah.
The dinosaurs did not give him like oranges and parrots. They're just trying to eat him.
Yeah, they were not as accommodating.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey,
yeah,
what if the twist is that they never leave Earth, and it's just like this paradox where it's they're responsible for humanity, so it's just looping constantly.
I don't know if we want
I don't
to.
want to consider that.
Yes, let's
I don't
not.
like that.
Just saying.
Abort.
In fact, let's read our first random review.
Sounds good.
We have Roz Ritzman on the Google, and they gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Kylo Ren, more like Kylo run away from the monsters. The little girl was annoying with all her screaming and trauma. It made me wish that one of the dinosaurs would eat her. But overall, the movie was good. Adam Driver was superb in it. It was nice to see a hero portrayed by a real actor without all the over-the-top
Sort of fake actors.
machoisms. I think machoism. Yeah.
Machoism?
I don't know. And it's amazing how realistic they can make dinosaurs look nowadays.
You know, I like the implication that he's a real actor. Is AI already stealing the roles from real actors? Is that what this person's implying?
I think they're implying that action stars aren't real actors.
Oh, I see. It's a big diss on action stars out of nowhere.
Yeah, I know. And I was actually thinking that the movie is a real missed opportunity, because I feel like if it came out in the 80s, it'd be like the asteroid didn't wipe out the dinosaurs, he did, or something like that.
Yeah, no,
I think, yeah.
It needs to be about fighting dinosaurs, not getting home.
Yeah.
You have an excellent plot. Use it.
Shoot the dinosaurs with your space guns.
Yeah. I just want 2 hours of Kylo Ren fighting dinosaurs to the death.
And him maybe in his spaceship banging on his console and screaming.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of that.
The John Wick, except it's just, him on a planet facing all the dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Adam Driver can also say like mean and like very rude things to the dinosaurs. Freaking raptors are everywhere nowadays, man. He just shoots one of them,
What, he's a racist against dinosaurs?
That'd be xenophobic.
That's a reference to another one of his movies, Billy.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Black Klansman.
Yes.
He's calling dinosaurs slurs and shit.
Yeah, like I said, just take all of Adam Driver's past roles and combine them into one in this movie.
Yeah, but I just thought it would be cool if it was like a bunch of different hunters, and they're all trying to like maybe kill a T-Rex, and they're like competing and maybe sabotaging each other. That would be a more interesting movie.
Yeah. I mean, I'm afraid this is boilerplate, but I see Kylo Ren, but where's Adam Driver? What is he doing? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. Does he have a secret role, like he's living on the planet the whole time or something?
Oh, maybe. It is nice to see Adam Driver and Kylo Ren work together, though.
I know.
Yeah, no,
Put that as a pro.
They hadn't had a good relationship since the Star Wars movies, so I'm glad to see that they're working together again.
Yeah. Adam Driver. Together again. It feels so good to be Kylo again.
Since you're writing that down, I guess we could have it as a con, or if we don't already have it, it's just kind of a boilerplate. I gotta escape Earth because Earth is now hostile, or is always hostile to humans.
Yeah.
Or whatever they technically are. If they are human.
Yeah. It's funny that it was written by some of the writers from A Quiet Place, so they decided to write A Loud Place.
Yes.
Screaming
And
dinosaur.
isn't Sam Raimi directing it?
Yes.
No.
Wait, what? Was it? Is it produced or directed by Sam
I thought I saw Sam Raimi's name.
Oh, no, he's producing it.
There's no way Sam Raimi directed it and looked like that.
No, he's producing it.
I was about to say
that.
I was about to say that I hope that there's one point where he's finding a T-Rex and he's all like, "That's a cute outfit you're wearing with your boyfriend."
Or the dinosaurs start mocking him.
Yeah.
Throwing him around and slapsticks happening at the same time as all the horror.
Do we think that like he encounters like the dinosaur from the Disney's dinosaur movie and kills him, or even
That would
like
be
the
an interesting
last
crossover.
dinosaur,
The Last Dinosaur.
or the Lost Dinosaur, or whatever the crud that movie was?
That movie a
which movie?
long time ago.
The Lost
No.
Dinosaur.
No, the kind dinosaur. What are the crud is his
Oh,
name?
the Good Dinosaur.
The good dinosaur. Yeah.
Yeah, because in Dinosaur, I can't remember the dinosaur's name. He has a name.
Is it Aladar?
Aladar, I think, is it. Yeah. So it's like Aladar has gone bad and become a tyrant, and he has to team up with the good dinosaur to take down Aladar.
That would be an interesting movie.
Yeah.
It'd be the crossover of the century. I mean, honestly, I was surprised when I watched the dinosaur all those years ago and said Aladar will return at 65. Same thing with the good dinosaur. I was like, what is this? Like, what does that mean? And, it's good that it's paid off all these years later.
I know. I was like, a movie coming out like 20 plus years later. That's they're playing the long game.
I know. But listen, Billy, everything's becoming nostalgic, and they're rehashing everything. They're gonna keep now that we're digging through the '80s. It's gonna be the '90s and then the 2000s. It's great.
Yeah. I guess they're kind of building a dinosaur cinematic universe. Every dinosaur concept that has ever existed, they're all gonna meet Kylo Ren at some point.
Yes.
It's gonna be like the Land Before Time. He's gonna have to guide them to a new home or something.
No, it was actually Kylo Ren that killed Littlefoot's mom.
Oh, I see. Wow.
It's repressed memory.
The repressed memory. He thinks it's a sharp tooth, but when he actually gets older and he confronts, he's all like, "Wait a second, that was a little man that shot her."
Yeah.
Well, he has no idea what a person is, so he just his mind couldn't comprehend it. So he blanked it out and replaced it with something his mind could accept.
Yeah, but
then it's going to be like a harrowing journey of like forgiveness. Maybe there was a misunderstanding. Maybe Kylo did it by mistake.
Yeah,
he thought it was a T-Rex.
Can we get Adam Driver drawn in Don Bluth style?
Well, you can go to AI Mid-Journey and see if they can do that. That'd be a funny thing to post.
So I think a pro is the dinosaur cinematic universe.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
I wonder when they're going to integrate like Jurassic Park and stuff like that. Maybe he goes into the future and helps Chris Pratt, kind of deal with the dinosaurs.
Yeah, he could. There. That's the good thing about him, because he is traveling through time, essentially. Oh well, I guess he is a part of that timeline, but it's sci-fi.
He's part of that timeline, but yeah, I mean they have future tech.
Yeah, that was another thing. Go ahead.
End up in the future naturally just by like rotating around a black hole for like maybe a year, and he'll be like
slingshotting around a planet or something. Yeah, but that was another thing I thought was funny in the trailer was undocumented asteroid. It's like they've documented all of them. They know where all of them are. They're asteroids. They're just floating around.
Yeah, I know. That was a bit uncalled for.
Yeah, they prefer immigrant asteroids. Okay,
yeah,
come on.
It's in space. How can it be undocumented? It's in space. It's where it's supposed to be.
Well, I think it's one that they personally haven't documented. Like they
documented each and individual asteroid.
Well, that's why it's crazy.
I mean, we sort of do. We have a bunch of asteroids that we've named and watched.
I guess so. It's just
exclusively.
It's just a funny in space. It's just a funny line to me. It's like why could you say I was struck by an asteroid? Why do you guys say undocumented? It just sounds weird.
It is a weird turn of phrase, but we do keep an eye on certain asteroids because we don't want them to get near Earth, essentially.
Yeah, I know.
That's kind of a big thing that NASA does.
I'm just saying, though, just that line. He could have just said, I was hit by an asteroid. He just says, I was hit by an It's kind of a weird sentence.
If you're from a spacefaring civilization, how on earth are you keeping track of all the asteroids in space? We can kind of keep track of ones in our neighborhood, but it's like they are rocks, so they are going to like break and fragment and create other asteroids. I don't know. It was just funny.
Yeah.
But...
No. It is definitely a weird, like I said, a weird turn of phrase. We ready for another review, you think?
Yeah, I think we've beaten that one.
Let's do Behan, also from the Google. Gives it 1 out of 5 stars. I've only seen a few trailers for the stinky trash, but let me guess how bad it is. So I kind of grabbed him because he's kind of part of our stick or part of our crew in spirit. So he's only seen a few trailers.
Finest critic of our generation.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's
Hasn't
he's
seen
a man.
it, calls it stinky trash. He's a
Yeah.
true wordsmith.
Adam Driver is probably posing a lot in hero-like poses and doing things like running with a gun and trying to stay alive, all the while rescuing the co-star. In this case, is a young girl.
He's
Dinosaurs
just
are probably
the movie.
well, yeah, just for the trailers. Dinosaurs are probably really cool looking, but it can't seem to bite the two actors no matter how hard they try. Spoiler, it's also predictable stinky trash, as the heroes also eventually make it to safety and escape all the beasts trying to kill them with no real explanation as to what the whole point was. Or do they?
They're
Dun, dun, dun.
dinosaurs. I don't need
Dun,
a
dun,
reason.
dun.
They're just hungry.
I think
No,
you mean
they're-
in general.
Oh,
I think they're trying to protect their planet from this stranger.
Yeah.
but they're
he's-
dinosaurs.
What did he
But
mean
we-
the dinosaurs, or like the reason, like for the character's motivation, like the reason for the movie? Is that what he means?
Like, what does he mean?
Let me read it again. And escape all the beasts trying to kill them with no real explanation as to what the whole point was. Or do
What?
they? So
Yeah, it's a
what
little
is it?
confusing.
So the they could either be Kylo Ren and the trauma-ridden little girl, or it could be the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
But they all have both good reasons to kill each other. The dinosaurs want to kill them because they're hungry and want to eat, and the humans want to kill them to protect themselves. There's
Or
Well,
do they?
I feel like he screwed it up, but I think he meant like a greater, like in a more overall sense of no point to the movie, without
Right.
any real reason for the movie to exist. I think
I don't know.
his reasoning is beyond us. Like I said, he's the greatest critic of our generation.
Yeah. I feel like you could just add or do they at the end in an
Or
ominous
do
way, and you could probably improve most sentences.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm realizing there's not much to this movie.
Yeah.
Well, I
mean,
guess
like,
we'll just continue with the
plot
random
points.
reviews.
It's
I-
like
I
a very,
have
it's a
some
very
more.
He
straightforward
lands
movie.
on Earth, dinosaurs try to kill him, he saves the little girl, and he tries to get home. I think
So-
he uses the geyser to kill a T-Rex at one point, but that's like the only detail I know.
Well, let's think about some more pros and cons we can add. The
Mhm.
little girl who's screaming and trauma-ridden, where should
Yeah.
we put her? And maybe cons?
Too
she
much
is
trauma. I'm so sick
apparently
of trauma.
annoying. Yeah.
That
Very
person-
annoying,
the person seems
obnoxious.
Fed up with trauma. No more trauma. Ugh, who cares that you had something horrible happen to you?
Yeah, I know. Need to be more cynical and
Yeah, you just get over it, little girl trapped on an alien planet. From her
Yeah.
perspective,
Alien
as far as
planet.
I know, she can't speak
from
to
her
them.
perspective, it is an alien planet.
Yeah, they're not from Earth.
Yeah,
Have you not been following the plot, Luke? Come
I
on.
don't know. I don't know if they were humans that got sent back in time or if they are
No,
just
no,
an
no,
alien
they're not.
species.
They haven't went anywhere in time. They are aliens who have futuristic techs, and they existed 65 million years ago. They
Yeah.
land on prehistoric Earth.
yeah.
Okay.
So we are, I guess, descendants of aliens.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we're the same, unless it's like they do some convergent evolution type thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think they get into that at all.
No.
Best not to. Gets too weird.
Mm-hmm.
I still. Okay.
I
Why
honestly,
is it so hard to wrap your head around?
I think
No, it's
con-
not. It's not the hard. It's just I don't know. It just seems very.
It is
strange.
dumb. It should have just been a time travel thing, but
That's what I thought it was.
So do we want to have con
I don't know
esoteric
if it's a
plot
con.
or
It's just
more of a statement? Really,
it's more of a
Yeah,
statement. Really.
More of a statement.
put it in the statements box.
I don't have room for statements.
Well, we'll just put it out there in the ether. It'll just be
Okay.
floating around as a statement over our heads.
That's how statements work. But yes.
All right, so I figured, well, I've got 2 more reviews, and then we can move on. We have Original 7 with some leet speech and that. The O is a 0, and the
Wow.
one of the I's is a 1.
Lead speak in the year of our Lord 2023.
Yes.
Throwing it back.
5 out of 5 stars. This film was epic, W. Poggers. Sometimes it was very loud, but I think that might be because of the theater I watched it at, or there was just a lot of dinosaurs. So
just a lot of dinosaurs.
Yeah, pro con, a lot of loud dinosaurs. You know, if you like that sort of thing, right?
I just like the idea. There's just a lot of them. There's just all over the screen, just kind of coloring it.
Constant, like
pasted
I like to imagine like every scene there's just like CGI dinosaurs that are just plastered everywhere, walking around like in like the like in the Star Wars special editions or just CGI stuff. It's just that.
Just that driver walking each other in awkward ways.
There's just little funny CGI dinosaurs falling out. Yeah,
loud dinosaurs. Too many dinosaurs. I never thought I would say this, but too many dinos.
Imagine a scene where Kylo and the little girl are just like walking over CGI dinosaurs. They're just like trying to escape a whole field of them.
We can barely see them. It's just Kylo's big weird face showing up periodically through walls of scaled flesh.
He's like clipping through them as well.
It's turning like Birdemic or the Incredible Hulk or whatever that movie's called with the purple Hulk. Oh man.
All right.
What a mess this movie is.
Yeah, honestly, if you don't like dinosaurs, don't see this movie. There's way too many of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Our last official review is Joseph Ravello. He gave it 5 out of 5 stars. He begins with Leonardo, Da Vinci, Leonardo, Donatello, Splinter. These are just some names that may conjure in your mind when the word art floats through the air. I have been a professor of the arts, historical and abstract, including finger painting and my personal practice for over 2 decades, and never in my 25 years of teaching have I ever felt a film connect with me in a way this has. Adam Driver, he seemed to find himself in the back seat of this magnificent feature film, giving an A-plus line storyline, plot structure, and music theory, which mixed with the rich ancestral history of dinos, left me absolutely speechless. However, the real reason this film resonated with me so deeply is for a much larger conceptual and frankly silly reason. I have never thought of dinosaurs in more of a light as the small frozen nuggets located in aisle 15 in my local Walmart, where you will find me quite frequently. But this has changed completely. This film has opened up my entire heart, mind, eyes, touch, hearing, and every other sense. I have to these mythical, enchanting prehistoric creatures. If it were not for this film, I may have gone a lifetime without knowing what those little rascals were like. And thank God that I was able to witness it in plush velvet seat with the accompanying Diet Dr. Pepper. Thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more movie reviews. That's not possible.
Beautiful.
On this format.
Okay. I think this is another example of someone not being entirely honest.
I noticed that this movie is triggering a lot of ironic.
There's a lot of memers who have attached onto this.
Hey, memers. Do you like dinosaurs?
It's just a combination of Adam Driver and dinosaurs, I think. I think it's just like, it just brought him out of the woodwork en masse. Should that be like a pro con? It like attracts a certain type of
memers.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of a con. If you get the memer, like the unironic memers involved, like they think they're being. That's the worst. When you have unironic memers who think they're ironic, oh my goodness, it's the worst.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes having the meme crew on your side is helpful for a movie, but
true,
but seem to work in this case.
But almost not in this day and age. Like it kind of worked for the Minions movie, sort of. But like,
I mean, that movie would have done well regardless. But
yeah, but they trolled like the Morbius. Like
that was funny.
Absolutely, just trolled them, and it was a work of art in itself. That movie and the things
I've seen a movie attempt to come out a second time because it thinks that there's unironic enthusiasm for it. Like who I wonder who like greenlit that, who saw that and was that out of it that delusional that they thought it was like genuine interest. Or maybe they thought they could go along with the meme. But
Maybe it was a risk. I have to give them props for it, but
yeah,
it was just very
bold.
funny.
It's a bold move. It just did not pay off for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And do we have any other pros and cons before we move on to the next section?
I forgot to write from the previous review that it's epic poggers, I think.
Oh yeah, it is epic poggers. We do need to have that. And a work of art, apparently, of some kind.
Yeah.
At
least if you are a finger painting
Dino nugget eating.
Art teacher, then it's a fine piece of art. If you do not fall in that category, your mileage may vary.
Might just be too many dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm. That is a lot of dinosaurs.
What if this is all like a big? That reminds me. What if this is like? What if this movie is just one big elaborate marketing scheme where Adam Driver goes back to his alien planet and he invents dino-shaped nuggets?
Oh, maybe.
That would be a great little tie-in.
Maybe he'd just be like, my experiences has caused me to realize that these nuggets would probably taste better if they were shaped like the dinosaurs of that planet. And he feeds them to the child to calm her down.
End of scene credits. After the end, it's like, I've done it. I've completed it. And it pans over and it's a dino-shaped nugget and dramatic music plays.
What if he was actually going to that planet to research the dinosaurs at first for his dino-shaped nuggets, but he got hit by that asteroid, so he crash landed?
No, I mean, they weren't intending to land on the planet, and an undocumented asteroid hit them, remember?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe chicken nuggets are his passion. And maybe we see the first couple scenes, we see him struggling to come up with an appealing chicken nugget shape.
That's true.
He's got to do his day job as a soldier who transports prisoners /
people
travelers.
I think they're doing space exploration. I don't know.
But he's an escort. That's his day job. But his passion is chicken nuggets, and he keeps getting rejected. It's like, sorry, these just aren't interesting enough. But then by seeing the dinosaurs, he's inspired to create the chicken nuggets we all love. We actually didn't realize how old they were. They precede our history on Earth.
Well, actually, that's what the cave paintings of dinosaurs are. They're just the chicken nuggets.
Oh yeah. No, okay.
Yeah, he came back and distributed bags.
Well, I think that's a pro. It's history of the dino nugget.
Yeah, I think that's
nugget.
History of the dino nugget.
That's one of the most important parts.
That was the tagline before it got changed. It was history of the dino nugget.
I think it would have done better because we recently had the movie Air come out, which I think is about the story of Nike getting Michael Jordan to sponsor their stuff.
Is that really where we're at with cinema? Is documentaries of corporations getting celebrities to sign marketing deals?
It's good, but it's just history's getting so granular. It's now about
this. Sounds kind of messed up.
Well, there's a movie about the BlackBerry coming out. So if those are doing good, or at least garnering some critical praise, I feel like they should have leaned into the Dino Nugget aspect of this movie. Honestly. Yeah, it's just a missed opportunity.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So I have a story, boys and girls.
Oh, dear.
Lean in closely. So, if you're familiar... no, don't do that. If you're familiar with the podcast, you will know of a very special individual named Oscar Albert. He's one of our premier...
special.
He's one of our premier reviewers. And there have been some, discoveries I have found from the original Oscar Albert account to finding a second account of his called Tadpole in a String of Numbers. Well, the new discovery I have is possibly his third account. It is under the label PixRocks1. And there are a couple of ways to decipher whether or not it is a Oscar Albert adjacent account.
It's so weird. We're this niche expert analysis.
Well, I am. I'm a particular expert in the Oscar Albert. One is if he's on IMDb and the title of the review leads into the review with a bunch of dots, the periods. And two, if in his reviewing section, he has reviewed a ton of Popeye cartoons. That is one of the indicators. He loves Popeye. This man is a Popeye aficionado.
Which,
I
all
can't blame
respect
him.
to
I mean,
yeah.
Popeye is good.
So, with all that backstory out of the way, here is his Pix Rocks 1 Oscar Albert review. He gave it a 7 out of 10. This case of reverse osmosis involves the strange incident of an American entering Mexico without any proper paperwork days before the creation of the famous Chicxulub crater on the Yucatan Peninsula by a smallish asteroid only 6 miles in diameter. That's the first part. Any comments yet?
That's immediately ties it into some, like, reverse immigration story.
Is Adam Driver? I don't know. So
Driver
weird.
is an American lost in Mexico. What is he saying? Dinosaurs are Mexicans? Oscar Albert, you're gonna get canceled.
Well, I mean, the dinosaurs were over in the Americas from Mexico to like the plains of like Utah. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know where this takes place.
So they were Mormons too, then.
I think so.
Yes, Mormons and Mexicans, the dinosaur story.
He continues. Lacking any geology consultant, anthropology advisor, dinosaur expert, astronomer, meteorologist. Astronomer, yeah.
What do the stars say about this? I don't know. That was a little brighter.
Jurassic film franchise patron or above average first grader on staff, the makers of 65 feel free to run circles around any and all true facts, rationality, reason, and common sense, cramming together outtakes from the cheesiest science fiction flops in cinema history to create a travesty reminiscent of director Ed Wood's 1959 classic Plan 9 from Outer Space. Geysers, quicksand, spear gals, disease of the month, a spaceship's android computer voice buddy, landing on the deck of the Titanic amid the icebergs, galaxies long ago and far, far away, biped.
How was the Titanic there?
Accounting to dead riggers for us, giant bugs, mossy trees from here to eternity on the beach, whistling lessons, spelunking, ray guns, packs of attacking T-Rexes, flocks of pterodactyls, hungry herds of tiny but quick raptors, holograms across the light years, strangely absent radiation, absurdly harmless boulders bouncing off spacecraft. All the hallmarks of a failing F- efforts are here. Is it so bad it's good? You decide. So
that was turning into like we didn't start the fire.
I know.
I don't even
Harmless
know what was
boulders,
going on.
dinosaurs.
So basically, as far as I can tell, he was just listing all like the previous movie tropes. He was equating the ship getting blown up to the Titanic getting hit by an iceberg. It's very, again.
I just love the idea like the timeline is so screwy that the Titanic's there.
Yeah. But
or maybe Adam Driver was piloting the space Titanic.
It keeps happening.
I know.
Oscar Albert's
oh my goodness.
Third account that I found.
I swear he kills me. He'll give something like a 7 out of 10 and then describe it as like the worst piece of trash he's ever seen. I feel like he doesn't understand. He doesn't review. He just clicks a review.
You know what? That makes. You know what? He said something in there. Plan 9 for outer space. What if Adam Driver is of that same alien race, and this was their first plan to kill all life on Earth?
Oh, maybe
it was Plan 1, which was to kill the dinosaurs. Yeah.
See, that's a prequel series I want. Is all the plans before Plan 9. And Adam Driver can play the play fake Bela Lugosi. Just hold a cape in front of his face the entire time. That's what I want. Oh, and Oscar Albert, he never lets us down.
No,
when he happens to review it. But.
I don't know, and the possibility is now open is potentially more accounts under the Oscar Albert, but so far I've only found 3. Like, I don't know how deep this goes. I'm scared.
It's so weird. Like, why is he doing that? Does he, like, lose his accounts? Or
no, because all of them, as far as I can tell, are
still active?
Yeah.
Why would you make 3 separate accounts?
I don't know. They're all very old as well. Like, they're 8 to 10 years old. Like, all
are there,
of
like,
them.
sort of restrictions at the time, or?
I don't know.
It
does
so.
feel
Maybe
like
he's
a way
paranoid?
to get around something.
I am wondering if the three accounts represent three of his split personalities, because they are all slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
Like Pixrox was
see,
a little
that's
bit
what
more
worries me is
focused
that
on the movie.
we found three people with the same mental disorder, the same highly specific mental disorder. That's what worries me. But it's still too similar to not be one person.
Yeah. Or my other theory is that Oscar Albert is the original account, and then like his children have like taken up.
They have the exact same personality.
Yeah.
It's like budding. It's going through like mitosis, like a cell.
My current theory, I think the most, is that he has three separate personalities who each have their own separate IMDb account, so that they can post their own reviews on it.
It's like the movie Split with movie reviews.
They may not agree. I need to keep an eye out and see if he ever reviews the same movie on the same account and see how they differ, because that might lead us to more insight. I'll have to report back on this, but my research continues.
It would make sense because like he'll fluctuate between like he'll say stuff against the Republicans, he'll say stuff against the Democrats. Like maybe there's like versions of him that have different political affiliations.
And I think we haven't got to it yet. And we might do a special one on The Way of Water, but he's kind to the Japanese in that one.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He always goes after the Japanese too.
Oscar Albert goes after the Japanese, but Pixrox doesn't.
Weird.
See, so we'll cover that later.
Has a better opinion of the Japanese.
Yeah.
He managed to watch some anime growing up, so he's all like, yeah, I love that.
So.
But we'll get to that. That's the end of the Oscar Albert section.
Yeah. Alrighty, so I think we've covered 65 as much as you can. We probably covered it in the first 5 minutes, but I guess I'll read through our notes here. I'll start with the cons. There's not many of them. It has a very boilerplate plot line, assuming some of the pros aren't true, because we may have realized that it's far from boilerplate. And the little girl has too much trauma.
Yeah, too much trauma.
Yeah. And I'll go ahead and read the go ahead.
No, it's fine.
I'll go ahead and read the pro cons because there's only one. It attracts memers, meme kids, meme lords. It could work out for you, it could not. You know, it's always a roll of the dice. And then we'll get to the pros. There are a lot of pros, surprisingly. So we may actually like this movie a lot more than we thought.
You know what? I second thought. I think I like it.
Yeah. Okay, so first pro, Kylo's back, baby.
That's right.
Such a big one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wrote this in the wrong one.
Kylo Ren in the house.
I had another con. He's not hunting the little girl. That's what.
That's right.
That's right. It didn't become his. I'm hunting the most dangerous foe of all, man.
I like the idea that he's obsessed with hunting humans, and he treats them as the most dangerous game. That he even lumps a little girl into that. He thinks he's doing something noteworthy.
I never understood that whole I'm going to hunt the most. I think lions are dangerous than humans, actually.
You raise a very good point.
I would rather fight another human than like a lion,
Yeah.
That's just me, though.
They're only the most dangerous if they also have guns. It doesn't make sense to hunt them with guns, if they also are not going to have guns. This is a side tangent, but I don't know. It's been a big bother for me that when the rich hunt humans, give them guns. Otherwise, they're not dangerous.
It's the least dangerous game, arguably. Yeah, very good point. Okay, we're back on pros. Kylo Ren and Adam Driver together again.
Oh, man, again. So good.
Driving along in their car, singing together. It's a beautiful sight. This is the start of the Dinosaur Cinematic Universe. I keep doing this. I'm totally out of my mind. I keep writing cons in the pros. Maybe it's my secret feelings.
The secret is that Billy is Oscar Albert. There's other personalities.
There's loud dinosaurs and too many dinos, which I feel like could be a pro, depending on how you feel about dinosaurs. So maybe
that's more of a pro con, yeah.
Yeah. So that's just dinosaurs papering the screen, essentially. It's epic poggers. It's true art. And it also breaks down the history of the Dino Nugget. So that's why I think it's probably not as typical of a movie as we were first thinking.
Yeah, we might strike that. At least in the trailers presented it as more boilerplate. But now we found the secret details that movie makers don't want us to know. That,
they were really trying to cover up that aspect, which I think was a massive blunder.
It's more of a marketing thing.
Yeah. All right. With all that in mind, we have to give it a review. And I'm trying not to do the most obvious thing, but what do you guys think?
So
it is a movie.
Is that your score, movie? No, I mean,
I think it's a very good documentary on the Dino Nugget.
Are that it's just great to see Kylo Ren and Adam Driver, starring in a movie together. That's been the biggest thing. The Dino Nugget and the fact that it finally concludes, or actually it concludes and begins the Dinosaur Cinematic Universe.
It ends it already?
Well, no, I just mean like it kind of ends the wait for the Dinosaur Cinematic Universe.
Oh, okay. I see.
We've been waiting for it for a long time at this point, since the 2000s. So it's nice to know what that finally means. I think I'll have to give it a 65.
65. Okay, great. Yeah. No, I agree. I think that the trailer does a bad job, detailing what it's actually about. I'm excited
knock some points off for that.
Well, that's not really the movie's fault. That's more of whatever marketing company or the studio's fault for not detailing those aspects and laying them out for everyone to see. But I am also excited to see the history of the Dino Nugget, and it is good to see Kylo again. I've missed him. It's been so long. Out of all the characters in the new Star Wars, I always had a soft spot for Kylo. He had the most potential. Out of a series that with wasted potential, he had the most. But yeah, I'm much more impressed with it than I thought I would be. So I think I'm going to give it a 65.
All right, cool. So I think maybe some of the girl trauma knocked about 35 points off of it.
Yeah, I think that it's just too much trauma. I mean, come on.
Yeah. What about you, Luke?
I like dinosaurs.
Well, there's a lot of them per capita.
Yeah,
I know.
You're getting a lot of bang for your buck there.
So it's about nuggets and about dinosaurs. I think it's a great movie. That's what I managed to glean from this.
Yeah.
Okay, what percentage are you going to give it, or what?
How many per capita per dinosaur is on film?
Well, I think it's 65 million per
it's 65 million dinosaurs. They said that in the trailer.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was referring
but it's interspersed throughout the movie, so every scene might have 65,000 or something like that, kind of thing.
I mean, it's got guns, it got Adam Driver running around, it got nuggets. It sounds like a good old 74%,
Luke's the only one who didn't get the joke they were doing.
65%. Thank you, Luke.
Oh, yeah, 65.
Oh, yeah, you're right. 65%. You know what? You're
right.
You
said originally.
I got to play along. Yeah, 65%.
No, like you said originally, 65%.
There's no bit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're right. It was 65%. I misspoke.
Exactly, Luke. All right, so I'm calculating now what our average score is out of all three of us.
You guys are never going to believe this, but go ahead.
Let's see, 65 plus 65. 65 divided by 3 is 65%, looks like.
Oh, wow.
So we gave it a collective 65.
Yeah, okay. And then we'll see what they did on Rotten Tomatoes. And I'm not making this up. It got a 35 from the critics and a 65 from the audience.
Oh, wow. So the audience.
That's not a lie. You can look that up right now.
That's on the button. I can't.
Sometimes life finds a way. It's good to have you back, Kylo, Adam.
Yeah,
sharing the silver screen again.
Trauma-ridden little girl. I hope we see trauma-ridden little girl a lot more in films nowadays.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the next movie? It's starring trauma-ridden little girl. It's man, I'm glad she's back.
I just want to start describing actors by the role they played.
I think it would
Starring
be better.
Dirty Man with Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people do that anyway, so it'd just be the natural
Yeah.
conclusion.
Yeah. All right. I think that sums up our review of 65.
Yep.
As always, you can get in touch with us at it's still muchreviewan@gmail.com, I believe.
Yeah, that email still exists and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, who uses email nowadays?
Yeah.
May as well just contact us on YouTube, I guess, at this point.
Because we're Much Review Pod on Instagram and Twitter. I need to do more on our Instagram, honestly. It's really new. But we brought this up in another thing we recorded, but we've rebranded our YouTube channel.
Yes.
It's now Let's 3. And it's more than just podcasts. It's also funny sketches and shorts. And, we're going to continue doing the podcast and maybe hopefully do more in the future, but it's now all within that Let's 3 brand. And you can just search it on YouTube, but you don't do the apostrophe. That's because we're so small, it's hard to find us at times.
Maybe in a couple of years we'll have like a movie done about like how the Much Review About Nothing became the Let's 3 brand. That'd be good.
Yes, we'll make our like the story of the Dino Nuggets. We'll do the story of how the channel rebranded.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess we could tell everyone where the name came from. I don't know when we want to reveal that, or if we want to do.
I think we'll save that.
Okay, because there is a reason behind the name. It's not just nonsense. But yeah, follow us on there for more podcasts, shorts, and other weird videos. And I guess if no one has anything else to say, we'll talk at you later. I've been your host, Billy Greer.
I've been Jake Greer.
And I've been Luke Greer.
Bye.
Bye.